Well, hello, stars, and welcome to my channel. I am the Mermaid. Come on in and get comfortable. Let's see what's in the energy today and what Spirit wants us to know. If you happen to feel, hear, sense, or identify something that is or was traumatic to you in the past, do not shut down emotionally. Sit with the energy or just let it pass through you, okay? And that's what we will be talking about today, the root chakra. Any trauma that we endured where our traumas were first initiated was during our formative years between ages 0 through 7, okay? And you might hear any of your senses. I saw a show where this young lady was abused in different ways, and her abuser would her abuser loved to bake, and her abuser made a lot of cakes, and she always smelled of vanilla, for instance. And she went somewhere and she smelled vanilla and she had a full-on panic attack. She had not delved into her abuse or accepted it or started her healing process. And so, yeah, it is very important for us to identify and accept that it happened so that we can move forward and heal it, okay? So I went to the grocery store today and I was putting away some of my fruits. Now, when I go to the market, I still practice. I hope everyone else is doing the same sanitation practices as we did during COVID. I rinse all my fruit and I put it into different little containers anyway that's clear that I could easily pull for snacks or whatever, or for smoothies. And then it occurred to me, if you're working on your root chakra, and the root chakra is our first chakra, you definitely want to consume red foods. Okay, I have some cherries on the bottom and grapes, so I thought I would mention that. And this is something I will have like tonight. I should have brought that up. I have a new herbal tea, but I can tell you it has lavender, peppermint, and it could be lemon, but I will add ginger because I am not a medical doctor. But ginger is also great to use for overall health, and it facilitates the proper cleansing of our adrenals, okay? All right, so let's get started. I'm going to ring the sound bowl. Here we go. Okay. All right, so Spirit wanted me to specifically have this, to record this video because somebody is getting ready to walk away and walk through a new door away from family and friends that have caused their trauma. You cannot heal where you were harmed, okay? Do you understand? I know those of us that have started the healing, we understand that. And this particular, some energies I'm picking up on, their abusers are their biological parents and their siblings. Let me tell you how narcissistic abuse happens. you are the black sheep. You are the sacrifice of the family, baby. And everyone has come into agreement that they will fuck your life up. They will sacrifice you. They'll put you down. They'll energy harvest from you. They'll put you in government programs because listen, they will suck you dry. Don't let these people do that anymore. All right. So I pulled some cards. I have cards. So I will read you. These are Root Chakra cards. And the corresponding, these are 2 sets. And the corresponding crystal that will assist you. Okay? It says here, for your root chakra, the smoky quartz. The smoky quartz is very beneficial. You could read that while I'm going through this. Strength. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. And the smoky quartz is a crystal that can assist you because you have to get grounded. Okay? So I'll put these together. You can screenshot it. This will help you. This will strengthen your voice, your heart. Okay? So as you gather the strength to move to another level of your healing, the smoky quartz can assist you in grounding and regaining your strength. Okay, and the second crystal for your root is the garnet. Okay, it says here security. In our childhood, those of us that, and I'm happy if you didn't, those that were traumatized, we had to learn different ways to feel safe. Okay, we were not protected, so safety is very important in healing your root chakra. So security, to feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. Definitely get outside. That's also part of grounding. And the affirmation on the crystal card says, I am powerful and strong. Okay, beautiful. You can screenshot that. You can also get the affirmation on there. Go ahead. And I will also read, the affirmation on the smoky quartz. Yes, it's time to heal. Heal the world. Michael Jackson's always here. Okay, smoky quartz. I am gently grounded and relaxed. I'll put these together and you can screenshot that and the affirmation. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Okay, and then our, not sure if you can see that very well, and our third combination here is the red jasper. It says grounding, sink your roots deep, connect them to the heart of the earth. Okay, so it says, I can survive and thrive. The red jasper, security. That's pretty. So we have grounding, life force, and security. If you don't feel safe, you're always in flight or flight. Okay, let's screenshot that. Okay. Put these down here. And then, what did I say? Safety. It says here, I couldn't find a crystal card for the smoky flake obsidian. You can get red obsidian because this particular crystal is not readily available. Safety. In the hurricane of life, A strong foundation will keep me safe. There you go. Okay. And I see so much abuse in my third eye. It makes me vomit. There are so many foster children that are forced into prostitution. And I was seeing this thing. I said, God, why are you showing me this? Because God said, I can't only show you bunnies and rainbows, Mermaid. I'm like, well, you got a point there, baby. If you can't find any of the crystals, which you can, the clear quartz is you can find it anywhere. It's readily available. And this quartz, if you could only find or afford one crystal, the clear quartz will do, as pretty much what everything else here is speaking about. Okay, so I chose the clear quartz for clarity. If it helps to clarify and heal and cleanse all areas of your life. And then I added some rhodochrosite. One of my bracelets broke. And that was a signal from God. There is somebody that was trying to hold on to my life force. This effing demon. I was promised to a demon when I was a baby. And they've been siphoning from me, but God replenishes me. And one of my bracelets broke yesterday, and I added it to this lovely candle. This is when I burned this candle, this is a road opening candle that I put together. I dressed this candle. It is a road opening candle. It is a self-acceptance candle. And it is also a candle of abundance, okay? And I'm a high priestess, so trust me, anything I touch works. Rhodochrosite, self-acceptance. I fully accept myself and know definitively that I am worthy of great things. Ba-dow! Yeah. Okay, so yeah, rhodochrosite, that's the self-love crystal, and I've done several videos about that. You can go on the community tab and I don't know if you should be able to search. All right, these are some oracle of the universe. Stacy DeMarco has she has been putting out decks of cards for years. All right, let's choose 3 beautiful cards for y'all. Let's see what. Yeah, I can tell you when I wasn't physically assaulted, beaten. I'm from the Caribbean and they like to give cheering licks. I wasn't beaten as a child, but I was emotionally, psychologically scarred. The monster that I was forced to be around as a child, she was mad because she was in a toxic relationship. Well, you're toxic. That's the only thing that you can attract to yourself. And when he wasn't, and she was mad because he protected me and he loved me. The man I thought was my father. He thought I was his daughter. I mean, let me tell you something. People could not mess with me at all. I'll give you an instance. There is someone from her family, the monster that I was around. I call her a monster. I call her lots of things. But one of her stupid relatives that also practices witchcraft that was also siphoning from me, and they're all dying. They were always jealous of me. They were jealous of how I looked. I looked a little different from everybody. That's okay. We're all who we are. And she would tell me when I was 7 years old. Oh yeah, we didn't go up there too often, but she was like, hey, you want to learn? She's like, get over here. Well, she said to all the girls, and we would run away. Hey, you guys come over here so I can show you how to make peas and rice or whatever it was. And everybody was afraid of her, and I didn't respond, and I didn't get up. And she was like, you get over here too. And I think I was 6 or 7, and I said, I don't appreciate being spoken to that way. And I said, I don't need to learn how to cook because I will have somebody, if I don't want to cook, then I will be able to afford somebody to prepare meals for me, because I will always have a happy life and my husband will take care of me. And she says, no, that's not how marriage works, and your husband will beat you and you will deserve it, because you won't know how to cook and clean the way he wants to, and I hope he beats you. And I told my father, because my father came home, and I'm usually very boisterous, and he's like, Ladybug, what's wrong? I was like, nothing. And I told him what she said, and he says, oh really? And I didn't know that the next day he went up there after work, and he told her, listen, obviously you don't like my child, and I don't give a shit, but her happiness is my issue. It's up to me to make sure that her life is happy. And let me tell you what, when you see her, you can say hello, or you cannot say hello, but if you ever affect her mood or make her sad again, I will come up here and slap the shit out of you. And he also went on to say, which he shouldn't have, but it was true, why don't you raise those two, what did he say? I heard, why don't you raise those 2 hyenas that you gave birth to that won't amount to shit? Ooh! And he would go up there and slap the shit out of her. I'll tell you another thing. I had a teacher in kindergarten who I fell asleep during story time or something. It was hot. There wasn't a fan. I don't know. I fell asleep. You know, that woman hit me with a yardstick. I told my dad, and he went to school, and he slapped her out of her chair. Yes, he did. And then the monster that raised me told me, don't tell him when bad things happen to you, because he will get arrested and he will get in trouble. And if he gets arrested, that will affect our money. And basically, she was like, your pain or him, you're not worth defending. Basically, that's what she was saying. But her relative called her, and he was up here, he threatened me, and he told my kids, and she told me I shouldn't say it. I'm like, I'm going to tell him. I'm like, he told me to tell him, and I'm going to tell him. You should tell your relative to mind her fucking business. Well, I didn't say it like that. But anyway, as a punishment for advocating for myself, when he wasn't around, she used to lock me in a closet. Yes, she did. She thought it would frighten me. Honey, I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm a witch. I love being in the dark. And then she stopped doing it because she realized that I'm not frightening her. No, you're not, bitch. No, the fuck you're not. All right, let's talk 3 cards. And my other sister, oh yeah, my other sister was doing something or something. Oh, look at that, 3. That's it. Thank you. Yeah. My other sister, she used to mess with her head, but she's not as mentally strong as me. And she turned my sister against me, but my sister has a mind of her own. But she definitely used to mess with that girl's head. She's a sick person. All right, so the 3 cards that we pulled are gratitude in Capricorn, number 10. And 10 means completion, so you worked hard on something. Capricorns are known for being hard workers. Capricorns and Taurus are known as some of the most dedicated. When they have a job, they get it done. So the universe is happy, and something that you completed is gratitude is coming towards you, and generosity. Okay. You have been generous, and this is number 3. You have been generous with yourself and others. Ooh. Look at this, 10-10. Look at that, Libra, and justice and balance. Look, we have number 7 here. Okay, so 10, 3, 7, 10, 10. Bam, bam. Yes, my love. Balance is coming here. I don't know who's been effing with you, but do you see here the northern lights? Your ancestors are not pulling any punches. You, whomever hurt you as a child, your ancestors, these people hurt you and they're still trying to stop you from moving on and healing yourself. You hurt me, but I'm healing. I want to pull 2 more. These people wanted you to stay in fear. Fear of what? Oh, I told a guy one time, 2 years ago, I went to a Juneteenth festival, and I had one of these. This is dowsing, okay? And anyway, this guy, I went to a booth and they're like, "What's that?" It's a pendulum, and I said, anyway, I told her things about herself, and the girl got frightened. For what? Let's take 2 more. This is beautiful, y'all. This is not 2 more, just 2 more. I did my nails yesterday, but I need to put another coat on, and then I need to seal it. And then I need to retwist like 3, the front for sure, and, yeah. Oh my gosh, this guy, he can't help himself. He keeps walking by and looking at me. Poor thing. It is a light. I don't have a big head. I don't have to. He's attracted to the light. He's going through something emotionally. And some people, ever since I've been a child, like I can just sit somewhere and people they calm down. If a baby's crying and I hold the baby stops crying immediately. All right, so number 1, keep going. Trust yourself. Okay? All right. Yes. And whatever you're working on, number 33, your ancestors are with you. Okay? All right, keep going. Yes, you're tapping into your power. Number 66. Look at these synchronicities. 66. Okay, 66 is like the 6 of Wands. You are going to you're going to have success here. I don't know all of the constellations. I should. This looks like Sagittarian though, and that's the planet of Jupiter. Everything expands. Okay, this is Aries. And this is Nebula. On the bottom it says healing. That's Sagittarian. Are you a fire sign? You don't have to be a fire sign, but on the bottom is number 10. 2 more and we're out of here. No tarot needed on this one. Okay. Let's see the final 2 cards. Ingenuity and Flame, number 9. Could you imagine telling a 7-year-old that a man will physically assault you and you are deserving? She wanted to program that in. I've never been physically assaulted by a man. I would never accept that. Okay, let me tell you something. There's this man I was dating, and his mother, until her death, and I were friends. We were soulmates in another life. And I told her, listen, and we were from a different culture, and I said, listen, let me explain something to you. I do not tolerate a man putting their hand on me. And I know from your culture, it is quite prevalent. But if the next time you see your son, I don't want the next time you see your son that he's in a body bag. So I've already explained to him, and maybe you can confer. Don't you ever physically try to put your hands on Mermaid, because Mermaid will definitely do things for you that you would end up in a body bag. All right. And she understood. She's like, I believe you. I'm like, I'm glad you do. And exhilaration. Okay, so whatever you're working on, ingenuity and exhilaration. Canis major. Aroo! Speak it into being. Okay, it is very important that whatever you're working on, you speak it out. Okay, because perhaps you were silenced. Any person that has trauma was silenced as a niño. Okay, now I've always been fiery, and they tried to temper it. I can't believe I've spoken some things out today that I don't usually talk about. But I have another instance. We were on vacation, and it was the parents and me and my sister, and we went every summer we would travel to a different island. Okay, and some of my cousins, I realized they were jealous of that. Well, they like to travel and they took us with. I mean, we didn't have a choice. But anyway, there was, I always brought my books, bookworm, of course, and I would go up there and play, and I noticed that a man this man, the hotel faced like a residential area, and there was a man that was exposing himself to me. And again, my dad was like, Ladybug, why aren't you outside in your, he built me like a little cubby, with a little awning. Anywhere we go, he knows she wants to be outside. I like to be outside, and I like to read and have my little like tent cubby thing. And actually, I had told the monster, who was my female handler, and she pretended that she didn't hear me. I said the man exposed himself to me, and her answer to me was, well then read inside. She didn't ask me how I felt, if I was okay, whatever. And so, my dad realized that I wasn't outside, and I told him, listen, there are only 2 times I've ever seen him that mad. When I told him that a man has been exposing himself to me, and when when my siblings died. And he actually had friends that he knew there, people that he knew, and he told me, I mean, I was what, 7, 8. He says, okay. He's like, no, you go out. I'm like, I don't want to go out there. He said, don't worry, I'm going to protect you. I'll be right behind the door. He says, I want to see if that, I will not repeat what he said in Spanish and in English. He says, you go out there. I will be right here. Now, I didn't know that he had arranged, he knew I always told the truth. So he had men in the building where that man lived already to kick in his door and kick his ass. He did not play about me. Okay? And she hated that because she when she grew up, her father wasn't around. Yeah, your father wasn't around because he was in the armed forces, and your mom didn't tell you that. But also, they didn't get along because she was psychotic like you. But anyway, I went out there, and let me tell you, not even 2 minutes I was out there, that man came out and he really pulled his underwear, and he was touching himself. He didn't even get that far because my dad came out, and my dad, he spoke to him, and I saw those men enter his apartment, wherever he lived, that it was apartment, and I saw them start to beat his ass, and he told me to go inside. He didn't have to tell me. I was like, I'm out of here. And you know what she told me? She told me I should have kept my mouth shut, and I think my dad heard her. I think, she would always whisper things, but I think my dad heard her. I'm going to have a grape. And you wonder why that relationship didn't work. And on top of that, he found out that he wasn't the biological. At the time, they had 2 girls together, me and someone else. I was the younger. And the man found out that he was really only staying because of us. Y'all had a very strained relationship, and when he found out that he wasn't our biological parent, and you were making it so difficult for him to continue to see us, you wanted to control everything, he says, I'm not going to do this anymore. Yeah. And plus, whatever spell work you were putting over him was breaking. I have actually have not disclosed some of the traumas I went through in my childhood. Um, but I mean, I'm certainly not ashamed of it. Why not? The things that God has shown me that I can do with my mind and how I'm helping people. Actually, today I saw someone who watches my channel. I went to her business and I saw something she had in her shop that helps to protect you. You know, you take a lemon. You can take a lemon, but you can take three limes. You cut like a cross, not too deep. I mean, don't cut it all the way down, but you take three limes, you cut them halfway down and you sprinkle it with salt. You put under a little saucer, you put one under your bed. You put one by your front door and one by your back door. The first time I did it, the salt turned black. That's how much spell work at the time they were sending. Yes. Yeah. Some people are ashamed of the things that they. For what, honey? This is who I was born. I don't know. You've been sending spell work my whole life. You know, and then and then also one thing I'll say, they've been sending these men to me. I mean, I know now that you've been sending men to me to get into relationships and fuck my life up. Yeah. But some of them transformed. My energy will change you. And that's how it's meant to be. And you're going to get karma and they're going to get karma, sweetheart. Anyway, I'm going to ring the sound bowl again. You are wherever you are in life, like for instance, what your zip code is or what your tax bracket is, where you are is not indicative of whom you are. Okay? People could say racism is real. Okay? And different things affect how people move through life. And so that's why you have to learn how to prepare meals. You can't spend all your money on takeout. And why on earth would you let a stranger deliver food for you? I saw a guy who delivers pizza and he was shoving those pizza boxes in his trunk and his trunk was dirty and there was motor oil and all kind of foolishness. Prepare 95% of all. You know, you should eat out a couple times a month at most. You could prepare lots of meals. You could even freeze meals. Sometimes I used to make lasagnas and freeze them and manicotti and I used to make ziti and freeze them. And there's really no need to allow strangers, especially with poor energy, to be around your food. Okay? I will end it here. You guys have a wonderful evening. Trust yourself, love yourselves, and reparenting. Healing your root chakra is reparenting. You know? And women, don't ever go out with a man who tells you ahead of time that you have to pay Dutch. This woman says, I like dating, but I don't like going Dutch. I'm like, what? I'm like, you go out to dinner with a man and you pay? She's like, yeah. What do you mean? Well, why? He invites you out to dinner and you pay half? And you pay for what you order? Then what's the point of going out with him? That's crazy. Anyway, I'll get into that another time. I don't know. Listen, I'm not from Amsterdam. I'm not Dutch. And I'm certainly not paying for any meal when I go out with a man. Y'all take care.